Hello and welcome. I just couldn't resist. I knew, well, I thought there'd be one here, so I just poked around. There is indeed where we ran to, so you've got to sometimes just do these things. And it's not like it's gonna. I know. I'd apologise for the sort of a bit of a spoiler, I suppose, but yeah, in a way, this is really what you've got to do, and it's not. It doesn't feature heavily. That's what I'm going to say. So, but yeah. It is true. I mean, we know this is here as well. So, yeah. Right. So then, let's get on with a bit of work. Yeah. So, really scattered around the map, if you look closely, not the things that I've already done, we've got the profit line. So, I wouldn't let me click on it for some reason. The MKS32, SKS30 150, a proper lorry back, Silver Star. Oh, it's either a slurry. You can reset that. On that one, some of these you can actually do things with because the others, Timberley, you can reset too. You know, obviously we've seen the lorry. That's the actual, and that's ours. Well, it's the shops really, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and then there is the shop's actual one, which is down there, which of course all you can do is reset. You got to jump into them. But this is the thing that sort of you can't map hop, and it being as it's my chosen way of hopping around the map, it's sort of limiting, because you've sort of got to have something in the close proximity, which can, if it's on the farmyard, it's not a pain, but otherwise, and obviously all of these things, if you'll notice, are actually, yes, that's going to be a cotton one, obviously, isn't it? Yeah, it's hard to click on. They've got to be really dead center. Yeah, so you could jump to that and then you could grab that. You can reset it, of course, so it's not that limiting, really. So you could go to the shop and then you can grab it if you was going to be, yeah, normal the way that you did things. Right. Now then, we did leave. If we look at this, yeah, we did. They're regrowing, but they're regrowing damage. So yeah, it's not. I don't know how you'd actually achieve that, because we did try the rice tails. I was always wondering what the rice tails like, but they're not. So really, although he is growing, I agree with the captain. Unless you took crop destruction off, really, which to me personally is cheating, then yeah, it's really doesn't matter if it does grow again, does it? You know what I mean? You could have a second harvest, but to me that's cheating because you can't do it. Not really. Yeah, I mean we can see it's regrowing, and of course there are bits that are. If you try to minimise, I suppose it's, especially if you've got. I mean, if you imagine the little harvester that we had originally. Now that is, I can't remember if this is a draper. It is. I can see the actual. Well, it's not too much. So if we unfold that like that, drop it, it shouldn't do too much damage. Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is, I suppose that's not cheating. If you legitimately roll around the field and you damage the growing rice, like I am now, by accident, you can't really help it. But if you do, and there's like half or a third of it back, you see, we did the straw straight away. So what I'm saying is, the damage we've done. Yeah, but doesn't it go? This is what I don't understand this, because it says it regrows. Yeah, because were we in February? You see, it is confusing. I was right. I thought I was wrong. I went on the went onto the mod hub and I read the description of the map, and it says clearly to this day that if you harvest rice on January and February, it regrows. Well, if you look very closely, rice isn't ready in January. It is in February. So if we did harvest in February, which I can't remember when we actually started. So what I'm saying is, like, yeah, it's now March. This wasn't ready, so we did the other. So that should regrow. This shouldn't. Basically, it's as simple as that. And I don't know. I would presume But the first time I harvested this in the water was incorrect. I would presume that. But it's so close. I might just... Well, wheels that are really important. So really, I have been a little bit too finicky, but that wheel's going to hit sooner than that. Should about do it this time, I think. Yes, it's got hidden collisions. I've noticed a few times. Right, so then this is... Which field is this? Let's have a look. Yeah, I've not been on this for a few days because this is the American map. It is niched now. I'm sort of, yeah, I'm going to treat it like that. But you still get that recoil, whether it's your fault or not. I do anyway. I get that recoil. So this is south. Let's have a look. Let's look at the titles. It's these ones we did. Yeah. So it'd be northwest. So it'd be northwest. Well, actually, you can, yeah, if with something like this, if you do a label that you're unsure of, because this is a bit complicated, I've got to be honest. So 3 to northwest, 13.7. I did them all in readiness for this because we didn't have a 13.7 meter. So clear current course, load, activate. And then if you look on your map, if you're course plane obviously, and you click on your thing, it will show you where your course is, and you will know I am right or I'm wrong. Right, so with no further ado, we are going to get cracking because we've got a lot of work to do. So I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Ooh, I'm coming out of the time lapse, yeah. I don't think I really shared. I did try that new, let me show you, yeah, what I'm talking about before I crack on. Yeah, properly. Tried that new thing, the bale loader. I didn't really, it obviously looked like I wasn't happy with it, which is true. I wasn't. The TR8000 by JD Modding ARG. And after this, I went on the Looney Farm Sim guy's review of it, and I sort of concur with what he was sort of saying. He is he's politically correct, so he won't tell you, like, this is a terrible piece of equipment, don't use it. Because the bottom line is, what is a terrible piece of equipment? What I mean is, what one person thinks is terrible, another person loves. Now, if you were going for the ultimate realism of a bit of kit that does... Right, we want to stick on auto. So I apologise for this, but turn on it. Of course, it's my button now. That's right. I've got to get used to this. Yeah, if you want the ultimate realism of using a piece of equipment that's manual, now it is very much like that. However, it is quite a bit. There's 2 or 3 pieces of equipment that Miss CLP used to sort of show one, and again would say the same. It's not that it's not terrible. Really isn't, but it sort of is. What I mean is, it was a brave attempt to make something that really is like properly... I've got to be careful because I don't want to damage the crop like I have done there. Yeah, it's a very, very brave attempt to try and make something terribly realistic. Right, let's get out of the way because I think, yeah, it does not take that monster very long to get round. Really, I don't think we've got... Oh, I would have repaired that afterwards. Repaired? I would have grabbed it. My bad. Yeah, it is a very brave attempt to make something that you could consider, but it's a little bit like a couple of other mods, and I'm going to call it like it is because there's no point in. I respect all the modders and the work that they've done, including JD, because that took a long time to make. It could be their very first mod. I'm not sure. I don't really know. I don't know about that particular modder. Not actually heard of them before. Although it's got a similar name to a few of the modders, so it may be related or maybe not. But whoever they are, I respect the work that they put in. However, there are some mods, like if H2 Studios did something like that, and that doesn't mean to say that H2 Studios hasn't made mistakes. Every modder makes mistakes. They're human, of course they are. But some won't release, if their name is on that thing, some of them will not release or will fix what they started if it is below par. Am I saying it's below par? No, not really. That's not what I'm saying. Because it's different. But I'm also, what I am saying is, you could see that this is the type of mod that I'd like to have a go at, because it's sort of almost there, but doesn't quite do what it's supposed to do. What I'm trying to say is, when that is on the floor, the actual pickup, it's exact. There is no forgiveness. What are you trying to do is what I'm really wondering, Luke, because, like, where you going? Oh, yeah, your bale's in your way. I didn't see that from that angle. Apologies. We'll take over anyway. It was full, really, is what he was saying, that he was quite happy that he'd finished the field. Yeah, so we can trample this to our heart's delight because it's not going to grow no matter what happens. So, yeah, so what I'm saying is, it's sort of not quite finished properly to what most people would consider a usable mod. Now, the Looney Farm Sim guy, when he was doing the review, he was obviously being very politically correct, not to offend or upset. Someone has spent a lot of time on that, or some time at least. And a mod isn't something that you can just knock up straight away without unless you're copying someone else's. Now, a lot of mods, including the original H2 Studios thing, is the actual thing is giants. Yeah, the actual container of the container that a lot of us love and know really well. That use 2,500 in the store, and you can get almost all bulk from it. I usually only use it now, apart from, have you seen as I've whisked it in and out? Yeah, you always use it for that purpose of whisking that in. But the actual container itself is a giant, so it's rebadged. Omatana, the farm supply factory, the original one, was a giant one. It isn't anymore. She's done it herself. What I'm saying is, if you want to knock a mod up quickly, that type of thing, you can do so. It's, you can rebadge the actual physical, well, the semi-physical, we'll call it physical, yeah, the actual zip file, you refer to it in the mod, and it then declares where it is in the giant sort of folders and all the rest of it, which you can do, and this giants show you how to do that, sort of. And then basically you like rebadge that and you add the features. Now that's what H2 Studios done. I've actually looked at the zip and actually edited it, not done anything, just to look at how it's done, because it's something that interests me. But what I'm saying, this one, it's so exact. As you approach the bale, and it's not that I'm a stranger to this type of thing, it doesn't grab it quite properly, so it's like the spacing's not quite right. Now, if you altered that, it would probably be quite good, because you've got to approach that exactly. Now, you've got to be perfect, is what I'm saying. And there are not many people that are perfect, is really exactly. So this is North, the next one. So what am I trying to say? I literally am just saying exactly what I've said, that it's a valiant effort, but a bit like the Forschritz coupling trolley, that mod could have been the best thing since sliced bread. Oh no, my bad. Let's empty this. This is me chatting as well. Again, always making mistakes. Well, that's right, we did put the bales there, didn't we? I remember, yes. Yeah, so a little bit like that. I took that out. I couldn't cope with it because I would have wanted to use it because it sort of is good, but it's so made so badly that it's terrible. It like crashes and burns and does all sorts of weird things, and yet it really was a very, very cracking. If it had been finished or the modder had gone back and actually remade it slightly, but why is that? It's sort of working, but you're not seeing the animation. It's sort of like doing some sort of weird flicker. Well, it's working. I'll take that. Yeah, so it is a valiant effort, and it is, if the model went back again and actually did it a little differently, it is well, I scooped one up, but then I tried for about, it looked like seconds, but obviously really it's probably about 30 seconds to try to level. The other thing is that like these bales have fallen, they're all flat, it won't cope with that. Yeah, it doesn't like that at all, so you can't. There's no way you can get that one off the field. And he was saying this sort of without sort of saying it, that you can. They need to be put in place. Well, you can't do that, and they are going to fall. So if it's going to defeat the mods and it's ultra realistic and it can be used to pick up bales, it can't. Not at that moment. And then, of course, you've got to fall back to what you would normally do. So you've got to ask yourself the question. Yeah, is it really what it says on the tin? And then that would be a no, it's not really. So it's a shame. Yeah, I've still got it in the game. Obviously, you've seen I've not whisked it off in a fit of pique because that's, yeah, it's not. I'll do this myself because you still got to do the corner bits where it goes around because they always do some weird not doing it round properly. So and then it's, yeah, there's not much left, is there really? It's not a very big field. These ones I don't mind. Yeah, I'm quite pleased that the Vermeer does these big 180s. I think if I've had the proper Vermeer, you know, the actual one that's a vehicle, that is quite something, but obviously it's beyond the normal. I think we got it in the sales actually on Riverside. I had it quite early on, and I did use it quite extensively in there. I did enjoy it myself, but obviously the Riverside fields, the grass was such a big thing on that map. I mean, as in like it was one of our main earners. Couldn't sort of clean this up at the same time. That I needed to automate it. So I mean, I only used it a little bit, the actual Vermeer itself myself. I didn't use it very much, but enough to know that I liked it. Yeah. It steers on a dime, it's unbelievable. Sort of its wheels are like telehandler type things. Yeah, it sort of literally steers on a dime. It was unbelievable how good it was at steering. So anyway, yes, that covers what I was wanting to say. I just wanted to sort of like say what I thought about it. That it was, again, and I'm not slagging it off. I'm saying, oh, okay, that's one of the corners. It's what the fence when they turn around. I remember. Yeah, we may as well be as we're here. Let's do this properly. Do love this by SIID modding. Yeah, who I always call Sid, but yeah, it's not really Sid. So it's easy to say. That's all. Right, anyway, let's just finish this field off and then we'll set that going on that field. What are we going to do? Oh, but no, we just need to drop the bales off at the, yeah, it's the Omen-Selmer, and we've got the farm supply production, so we don't need to worry or anything. Just trying to be a bit thorough for once. I'm grabbing this hay. Yeah, I love the fact that the, and I don't know whether it was by design or what, but obviously we've been given a crop that has hay, which is quite amazing, as its byproduct. And then we've also been given the straw mod, I suppose. Yeah, only to those who've got the additional straw mod, thinking about it. Not everyone has got that. Yeah, one of the viewers must have been a new player. I can't remember what his name was, and he made a comment, and I for that I apologise. You don't always realise where am I going? Yeah, that obviously, if you were new to the game and you're thinking, hang on a minute, you're getting straw from corn. How come you're doing that? And you, as a player that just knows it's the advanced, you know, you've got the additional straw mod on, you've not said that. So therefore, that player is sort of misled by your contents, because they're like thinking, hang on a minute, you know, like where's what? I don't get why you're able to do that, and it's true. So if we leave that a minute, let's quickly grab the original track. Is it the original tractor? I don't know who it is. It's got the yeah. No, it's who is it? No, it's got to be you. Surely got to be on it. No, it's not. I'm trying to look for the one that's near there. That's what I'm looking for. It's our big tractor, isn't it? I mean, it's a tractor. It's not big, but it's 246 horsepower by Grimlock. This is the cracking one. Of course, it's the Bureau rebadged. We all know this. But it's also adjusted weight-wise, so it's not quite the Bureau, really. So we've got plenty of space on here, which is why I think I brought it over here. Gotta be careful. I'm going to hit that. Yeah, so this, if I just use this in the way I would to try to sort of say, yeah, so with this, you can do exactly the same as that one, but you'd have to be so exact that you did that. Whereas this has got a bit of forgiveness, basically, and that's what that needed, a little bit of forgiveness. But of course, it's not. It can't, because it's got no. You'd have to make it so that it pulls open a little bit wider, but also that it have to have. If you look very closely at the yeah, let's do this properly. This has sort of got bits of metal, and it's sort of shaped so it almost sculpts the bale, and that goes down at an angle, and it's got a bar, so it guides the bale home. And then obviously it's also got a tiny little bit of forgiveness. Whereas, I mean, I can, yeah, if I just show you, I'm going to hit this badly. I wouldn't normally do this. Yeah, I was literally in the middle of the bale. Now that was, you know, like in real life, it wouldn't work. But this is a little bit forgiving. Now, I don't normally hit them like that. I would normally, let's just see how bad that goes. If I hit that on the left-hand side, which is almost a miss, is it forgiving? Yes, that's my point. Now that one was definitely not. You could be terribly exact, and it would still not care. You'd still not pick it up. You've got to be spot on. So for it to be forgiving, if it's being exactly as it is, as exactly as you see it, it needs to be a little wider, or it needs to have a bit of finishing metal like that that's going to guide it home, pull it in, that's a little bit bigger than the actual thing. So what I'm saying is, JD Arg modding, if he was a serious modder, and what I mean by that is, if like he's a modder that, like say he's 82 Studios, and is serious about his name, serious about his mods, then he could fix his thing by. But again, I think he's. Well, no, I'm not going to say anything not on that, because how can I know what he is thinking? How can I say anything about anything? I don't know his circumstances or anything. So yeah. So I've said all I'm going to say. As it stands right now, It's almost a bit like the four-shrift coupling trolley. An unfinished mod, even though it is finished, it's like that. It's sort of completely mad. That's very cleverly thought. I am going to add a little bit more to it than that, because I don't want that to sound like I'm being awful, because I'm not. I'm just telling it how it is. That's just my way. People will either like that or they'll hate it. It is one of those Marmites, really. Yeah, it is exactly like that. Because I'm not. If you're saying like, come and look at my channel and like, I don't want to pretend that something's good or not. I mean, and again, I always try to say, this is my opinion. I also don't want to mislead you by saying, oh yeah, it's great, just go on out and like, you know, grab it, it's perfect. And you'll grab the bales every single time, because that is an out and out lie. It's not easy to use. Again, if you were aiming for ultimate realism, then yeah, go for it, have a go, like I did. And yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is, you would need, like those bales we just saw that have all fallen down, you would need to, let's just go across there. No, it's a bank, you can't go up. You'd have to be careful, because this really is the field on rice. Yeah, I mean, we know in this, in fact, actually, this is something that is true. The ground deformation, which thanks to a channel I'd never seen before, I had a look at, and it was a cracking, explained completely and utterly. Let's have a look. Is this northeast? 3 northeast. 3.7, clear, load, activate. Yes, thanks to this particular modder that I watched. I can't remember the channel's name, but again, it's. I was searching for this deformation that had been explained that it was going to be, and I thought, what is it? I don't get what it is, because I think a few people have not quite explained the deformation. Right, let's set you going. I think I've set you. So let's go. Yeah. Why have I not set you? Actually, everyone, it is true. Let's go and empty you first. I've done it again, haven't I? We're chatting, right? Yeah. So all I'm saying is, it's almost like an unfinished mod, because it's rough and ready. That's the way that I would put it. It's a bit of kit that's rough and ready. It is no frills, and it won't quite do the job properly some of the time, but it may do if your bales are in that exact thing. But it's easy for you to knock them down, so you've got to be as exact. That's the real. For most, it's for advanced players. I mean, you've also, the other thing is, you have to lower it for the bale to travel to the back of the, which I only figured out when I watched the Looney Farm Sim guy actually doing it. Right, so that's how it, because I was thinking when I was using it, the bale stood at the beginning, and I thought, well, how is that? You know, how am I supposed to like travel it to the back? You're supposed to travel it to the back by going forward. Right, whereabouts is the? Yeah, by going forward, basically. Right, I should find this a bit quicker now. Yeah, it's got to work out how to get to that. Right, let's empty this quickly. No, let's set the baler going first. Did I clean all of that up? No, that is the question. Oh, I did set the baler going. Oh, that's alright. I thought I had, but yeah, you sometimes do things automatically, right? So we need to empty this because it's getting full. We could cope with another 10 tons, but you know. I think we've got to go in the silo if I remember rightly. Yeah, so looking at the rice, according to this, it will, let's have a look. It will be all right the way till May, and then it's a wither. So if it's going to go overnight, where that actually goes, we might actually redo the course. We're not going to get like a shed load, but even if you got an extra 5 tons of rice, it's not a bad little earner for something that you've not. Yeah, right. And we need to take. I don't think there was any room left. We'll have a go. Or did we take the actual rice out yet? We shall see. I'm not sure. We need to grab the rice out. The actual finished rice is what I mean, because it's got like a limited storage. Right, so let's grab it's a little bit. Nope, not that. We want that. The husk rice. Because it then gives. I apologise for being a little bit too close with that. I can't remember if we've not got much storage in here. I would have loved to put an extension down to make this a bit more useful. That's the point. Yeah, if you put a multi-fruit extension down, does that sort of give the new... I shall have to test this. Oh, so we're full now. Yeah, we could test it this very moment. Now then, remind me, aren't we leasing the beautiful harvester? We are, and the bale loader, of course, we are. Yeah, I forgot, yes. Because I did it because I'd already committed, that's right, because we'd bought the baler. We... Not by an object. Oh, I know what you're doing. You've gone off the field. You're not kidding, you're blocked by an object. What on earth are you doing? Okay. You've not done anything. What on earth? And you've definitely... I can't take the blame because we can see the lines on the right field in front of me. So, do you know something? Let's just do nearest and we'll do a bit of cleanup. Oh, my life. Oh, no, it didn't. I thought it had hopped over that. Right, just go, will you? Do the job. Oh, are you gonna... Yeah, it's gonna, like, stop at that corner and say it's blocked. I think. So we should wait. Yeah, now this one does 6 miles an hour. The other one did 4, so... Yeah, this is where it's gonna get blocked. Oh, it did it, actually. Oh, wow. Okay, there you go. Telling porcupines. No, it's not you, it's you, isn't it? We need to just clean up a little while we're on the field. So by tomorrow morning, it could be that that rice that is green now is actually ready. We shall see. If it is, we shall... We haven't got a harvester. We'd have to like have leasing costs. Would it be worth doing that though, really, for... I can't remember how, it's quite a bit. You've got to then... Under normal circumstances, it would be worth you doing this. For me, maybe not so much. Yeah, thinking about it. Because to me, I'm going to get hit by like 11 grand leasing costs and all of that type of stuff, which I've got to ask myself the question, is that worth it for us? And they're probably, the answer would be no. I still am deliberating whether or not to buy the harvester though. Even though it crippled us, because that would mean that last year's harvest and profit went on basically grabbing that. Like I said, I would have liked to have done additional fields, but it is true, I personally think that your equipment for the farm is the most important thing. Yeah. If you've got the right tool for the job, then you'll get the job done well. But if you haven't, how can you do the job properly? I mean, we bought the Mia. Let's have a look. Let's try and do this properly. Yeah, but again, that's me. Also, I do know if you got, there's 2 ways you can do it. I've done it both ways, where I've had a very tight set. You could have kept the original equipment, driven yourself crazy because it's hard graft, because it's a small amount. I mean, yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the original forage wagon we were given, but this was such a good sort of deal, and I knew I wanted to try that the bale loader that we just showed, because I thought, well, that is so reasonable. 23,000 is about half price of the Anderson, and I love the Anderson. And I thought, if that works out anything like, well, it's nothing like it. No, it's not. It's, yeah, it's like to compare the Mona Lisa to a not so good artist's you know, like copy that you can see straight away is nothing like the original. No, so it's the Anderson is a cracker. That one, as it is, not so much. Only as it is. It has potential, like the coupling trolley, which I agree with the Looney Farm Sim guy. His title was Game Changer or Not for the for Schritt, and he sort of did say what, and I concur with what he said about this could have been a game changer. It could have been, because it's the idea of a piece of kit that is 3 or 4 things. It's reasonable in the beginning. Is quite amazing, because there are very few manufacturers who are going to try and give you a bargain like that. It was a weeder. You could put different sort of bits of kit on it all the time to make it into 3 or 4 different inputs, and it was reasonable anyway. So it was sort of like, it would have been one of them bits of kit where it's not massive. It was sort of like for the small to medium farmer, but nevertheless for a start from scratch like myself as well, it would have been a real godsend, really, because it would have sort of saved your bacon on so many levels. Right, we need to be unloaded. Okay, well, we're on our way. We have finished our task. We have trying to finish this bale up with no success at all. We can just go on the new field. Oh, hang on a minute. Needs to be unloaded. You are costing me money, aren't you? Yes, you are. Right, okay, let's sort you out. You have got to be aware of these things. Are you full? No. No. What do you mean needs to be unloaded? You don't know. Oh, I suppose. No. Yeah, obviously, I took over, didn't I? So he thinks he's finished, or she, or they. Let's just call it that. Are they? They think they're finished, because obviously I set them after this point. So we will let them off. Yes, it's what I'm saying is about the ground deformation as well. Is if you went on the bank. Now, I don't think the game will allow the water out of the field, but what I'm saying is if in real life you've got ground deformation, which of course you have, if I roll up a bank, depending on the weight of if this rolled over one of those banks, not at the bit it's supposed to, it could start to damage the soil. And then if you did it often enough in the same place, it would actually start to pull the bank down lower, which would then mean the water would escape. Luckily, it would only be escaping into another rice field. So if you did it on the outer bank of the field, though, however, that would be rather bad. Yes, because you'd be letting the water out of the rice field, and you'd have to repair the field, or because you do what I do, which is a bit naughty, and you try and escape the field places or go over them. Again, it's not going to matter too much on this sort of little bank that leads to the next field. But yeah, it's quite an interesting feature, because it adds to the realism, which I absolutely love. That all of the realistic physics, even if they do sort of cripple me sometimes, it's nice. Right. I do know this. Yeah, it would be nice to buy this, really. I am deliberating, but we have almost, yeah, I mean, I'm wondering what to do with the corn. I think we did say this, didn't we? So I suppose, being as we've got the corn to do in the morning, we could continue to lease this, because we're getting it. What I'm saying is, whether I think it does cost you less. I'm sure it does. Your leasing costs, because it only wallops you once. Then I can't remember if the hourly cost is different to the. I think it is. We shall see. We get walloped for exactly the same, because we need one. We will send the header back, because that would be pointless. Right, smashing job. Is it good for today? I was going to say something and it was actually all me. Yeah, I had a bad day at the office yesterday. I did. I planted a field of. I'll give you all a. Whereabouts did we stick the? Yeah, I planted a grass field that should have been soy. Oh, I was gutted. I've not brought it back yet, then have I? All right, let's grab it. Yeah, and I didn't realise that. And of course, I keep saying this: when you're tired, you're chatting, and we could sort of sneak that. No, it's a real horrible bank. It is really horrible. So let's go down to the proper entrance. Yeah, let's play this ground deformation thing as we should do, really, because obviously FS22 it has not got that feature. Did I miss it? No, not particularly. No, I'm quite happy with it as it is. It's nice, the added realism, but FS22 is there's a lot of good features. Oh, you've just overwritten. Now that is something I don't like. Yeah, but it was my own silly fault. Let's take it, didn't I? I only realised exactly. Is it typical? I only realised at the very point where that actually started to pour in. That's annoying. Right, anyway, while that is doing that, we could set the. No, it was the RX170. Did I set this going? Yes, I did. No, we're not on the right field, are we? 3 north, 8.7, clear, load, activate, and hang on a minute. No, we're not, are we? That's not right. What are we on? Yeah, 3 northeast. We are on that one. Now we should see that it's on the right field. Yes, we can indeed see that. So first go, we will grab those bales because we have finished our task. And I'm smarting from that damage that I just did. That hurt. I don't like losing crop. Things happen, spillages, that I always try and play it like that. That it is when I've made a mistake like that, like I did yesterday, the session was a monster. All because I'd planted a grass field instead of soy. So then I've got to overplan, which means I've got to do the field all over again. I'd half done a big field with it as well, so I've got to go over that. So what should have been, had I been paying attention, just a normal ant session, but you've also got to think things do happen. As a human being, if you weren't very well as a farmer, then you're going to have a bad day at the office, and something bad's going to happen because you're using equipment. So yeah. I left it as it was at the session. I mean, it is weird. I did the harvest. Oh, are we full? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Apparently we're full. So we need to go to our other silo. Yes, I think I finished what I was saying about the recoil that you get, or I get, when I've done something like this, and you've got to come back and do the harvest all over again, and you know hang on, is that quality? It is, isn't it? It's the growth one you need to be on. Yeah, it's ready, so we don't need to. We need to pull our backside into gear and at least ask the shop to bring a header up. Is what we need. So we're going to get collared by leasing costs at this rate. Right. Okay. So let's stick this on the side of the field. And we will ask the shop if they will drop off a corn header. I would say that would probably be a good idea. Now then, we need to do it in the yard. So right, it looks like we're going back into a time lapse because it's already, the bales will have to wait. They are not important, not really. Right, so then we want to, oh, the header's ours, of course it is. Yes, I'm catching up. Catching up on this. Oh, do we buy that? Are we going to do this again? It also does sunflowers too, though, so it's not a bad price. Go on then, let's do it. Now then, this should cope with that just. So we brought our original header down. So hope now. Now I've used this very one with the 12 meter, so I know that this can manage it. I know that. Oh my life. Steady on, steady on. Now we're going to need to leave this, I think, on the grass here because we've not got anywhere. No, I don't know. Well, time is a wasted, so let's just crack on. I'm not sure we've now got the cash to do that. Now that we also need to repair it, being as we have now claimed ownership of this beast. Right, let's grab this. Now then, can we get in? No. Now this is a good, good sort of. Let's try it. Let's see if we go up to the line. Does it sort of pick this up? Sort of do that. Yes, it does. I didn't think ones that you leased actually got damaged. It is. Right, we can actually go this way. Watch the door. I do love these folding headers. Absolutely amazing. So we've got a 12 meter header, a 13.7 meter header, or 13.5 depending on whether it is to Horseplay or the actual manufacturer. And we have no harvester as yet. How much would it cost for us to actually buy this one? Select purchase. 214,741. Would leave us about 20 grand. It's a little bit tight, that. It is a little bit tight. Let's just set this going. This is going to be nice. Now then, we have, I believe we've already enabled straw swath. We have seen that we have. We have, actually. This is true. So we need to be going to create job. I hate that one. He clicks off it for some reason. Great job. And field 4, open 12.2. Let's not forget that. Yeah, so I would say, I'd say this would get away with 4. Yes, quite nicely. It's a very large field. And save course. Activate 12.2 meters. And it should be, it's on the opposite side of the field that we actually are. So do you know something? Let's just, we need to be careful. I know we're going to touch the stalks. We are, but oh, we need to refold then. If we're trying to be kind, because the range finding is going to take it forever to actually go all the way over the opposite side of the field. It's going to cavort around for a couple of minutes before it finds its mark. So let's just get past that. Someone's left it in the way. Right, I'm not going to do my usual trick of just bashing it while I'm trying to become a little bit more of a refined farmer than that. Trying. It doesn't, sometimes it does. Yeah, I do it accidentally a lot as well. I don't try to. So then, luckily it's us driving, so it's not making much of a difference. Yeah, let's do one of these. So then, let's just pull this out of the way. Smash it. Right, I am going to go into another town because this is going to be. I didn't realise it was all done in one thing, but I think I sort of did. Yeah, remember something I said myself. So it's all going to be ready tomorrow, the other. So right, so I am going to say my words. Just I'm going to show you that this actually does work, just so as you know. I've got to be patient, wait for it to unfold, and then I can go forwards like that. I can actually do it. So right, let's send that to the first waypoint. We will look the other way while he drives through the field without damaging it. Yeah, again, I mean, there are some things on the like that are. I mean, let's be honest. We all know we could just go start at any point, so it's not the end of the world. But for a worker, for ease of, wow, this is really quite bad. Yeah, the deformation around that. Yeah, it's a bit too bad to ignore, I think, actually. Let's just do something about that. A bit of smoothing. Yeah, so we could almost afford, but it would really cripple us. So, I did notice as well that there's a bit still not very nice. Let's go tiny. Not sure if that's going to affect the level that you drop that on. This here, it's got some nasty corners still. It's only a little bit though. If you do it too much, it won't drop off properly. Right, okay. Right, I'm going to say my words. Yeah, we have got a lot of work still to do, so I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Now then, yeah, I thought I'd best explain. I thought I was weighing it up, and I thought, leap of faith here. If that is going to ripen before May, and it is possible, it's definitely growing, we could well get the equivalent of the leasing cost back for this. I thought, whereas we're going to waste the leasing cost of this, we need a harvester anyway. We know we can just afford it, so why don't we just actually do it now? Got the oh, that's right, I do need the last of the corn. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this or not, but yeah, I think I can. What? No, I'll explain that. I think I could have just about got the got it in with what was in that last time, but I wasn't sure. I thought, will we do a 5 or 6? We would have done it. We would have done it. I should have gone with my instincts. But I thought, no, let's empty it and be safe. But yeah, there was no real need. Yeah, I did most of the cleanup of the corners. I thought, well, you could do the corners now. Just race around, do the corners, and then you've got only the little inner corners that are left that we couldn't do. So we do now own a beautiful Lexian harvester. Corn header, which I was thinking about this, so I thought, was it wise to buy that? And I thought, well, it was a good deal, but I thought, yeah, but are you going to use it? Because you're going to do black beans or pinto beans this coming year, and I'm not sure, you know, like how long it's going to be until FS25, but I think we'll have time, if I'm honest, so we shall see. But again, I don't really know what crops we're doing, so we may not need this. It might have been a bit of a, yeah, a bit of a red herring that we didn't really need, but hey ho, it is what it is. Now this won't go in that shed. It will definitely go in here against the dairy, I think. Be careful though. Oh, it's got hidden collisions. Because I'm not really near that. Well, I'm near it. What I mean is I'm not that near it. Yeah, that's hitting the collision on the metalwork, and I'm not near it. My life, actually. Is it something else? No, it is definitely that. Wow, that's quite a nasty collision. It's one of them quite far out jobbies. And then we'll just drop it. And you can stay here to the 13.7. That can actually remain where it is, because I don't think we've got anywhere long enough, unless you're going to take that bay completely out and actually do that. So, right. We do need to, there's a tiny bit of clean. I think we'll do that next session. It has been quite a monster, because I didn't really intend on doing the corn. I'd forgotten that it was, so we just need to grab the bales, and then we'll send that back before we get walloped for another set of leasing costs. I know we don't get much straw off this, because obviously corn, I personally think that corn would be a little bit like sunflowers, really should be monstrous windrows, because you really, it's the fibre off the stalks. You're only taking the maize from the top, aren't you? Oh, I missed a bit there. Yeah, you're only taking the maize from the top, so there's the entire stalk, which is quite considerable. A lot of fibre. Obviously, it does one of the most smallest amounts of straw in the game on this, which it is what it is. It's additional straw, as it says, but it sort of rankles me little, because well, again, it's sunflower is massive on a lot on that, but again, not all. But it is, I think, quite realistic that it would, because again, the stalks, they are monstrous, but again, on some Giants maps it's always spindly, and certain maps it's spindly too. Yeah, but I thought, if that is going to ripen, and I can't, yeah, we're going to like go through till April. It might just be, it might not be quite ready tomorrow, but we'll see. It's definitely on its merry way of growing. So 5 of 9. It's never going to be ready in time, surely. We can't weed either. We're going to damage. No, we're not, but not going to damage, but how well did we do? That's what I'm going to say. Then we're going to go through till tomorrow. Did we? I would imagine we fed the animals. I would imagine. brilliant. Set him going whilst we're chatting. I thought I'd get the jump on these. Because I know I'll do the cleanup. I know I've not done that. I thought, well, if we get the most of the work done, get these 3 fields done at least, we'll get the jump on. So we haven't got, we know that the piece of equipment we've got, the seeder, relies on the field already being prepped. So we've only got this really to do, and it is a fairly decent size 10.5 metre, really. It's not that far off 12, is it really, when you consider it? So this is 3 northeast. 10.5, clear, load, activate. And it is right because I can see it on the map. Right, let's go and see how well we did on everything. I should have fertilised the field. Should have done that. It was. Yeah, I sort of thought, yeah, it's true. I didn't. So let's see how well did we do with the corn. Don't think terribly well. I think didn't I fertilise it myself last time? I may have done. Might be one of the few things I did do. I don't think I did. I think we just treated it all as it really was, as you do on a new map. I just came in and grabbed it, but I should really have fertilised it. If I didn't, I might have done. I can't remember. So how well did we do with what we're going to produce seeds from? And how well did we do with the rice and everything? Yeah, basically. So if we go to, you should show, oh, that's only going to show the original corn because it's in a production. Seeds, yeah, we've already churning some out, but I think some of that is we bought a shed load, so it's not all our field seeds for selling. Clothes up to 499 litres, which is half a ton, I suppose. Yeah, really, when you look at it, it's not terrible. And the rice, 60 tons in total. The husked rice and the husked rice, 35,347, and the rice husk, 4,067. So yes. Now let's look at the production side. Do I need to lug anything around? So this has got 62 tons. I think we got more than that last time because I think I must have fertilised. Still not bad. I mean, all things considered, you know, it's not bad. All my life, not bad for the hay. Oh, are we doing? Have I switched? Yes, I have. That's we said we'd let it run out, didn't we? So the straw is the weak amount on this one, which is, where is the straw? It'll be in the top. Yeah, 99 tons. So that's going to run out quickest. So it's going to do 99 there, but it's going to do double that of these two. So we have got quite a bit. So yeah, it's actually not a bad ratio. Those two are almost going to run out at the same time. And then that's going to leave hay, which we then may go hay silage for feeding our own animals in time. No, because we're doing that already, aren't we? Yeah, it'll be there ready. We could mix our own, I suppose. We could buy some straw and hay in a little. Yeah, no, we could. That could work. So we're doing that for the seeds. We're doing can't say it. The husked rice. It's doing the husked rice for selling, and I believe it was in January. Or the equivalent to January, because it doesn't say January, does it? It's July, which would be January on an English map. It's the only way I can get it straight in my head. Yeah, that would be January, that would be February. So that's right, yeah, in High Point is here. So did I do the animals? If I did, we're going to go through till tomorrow, because I'd like to see... Yeah, that's definitely full. That's definitely full. And that's definitely not full. Ooh, reproduction, 80%. Health, but is that because of that? Why is that showing as grey? That's always a bad sign. Is that a TMR? Right, let's get some TMR. Because this is... Oh no, of course we've been doing it in the... Yes, we've been borrowing the Forage wagon. That's the word. That's the word I've been hunting for. The forage wagon. Yes, we have been grabbing that. So let's just... might be able to leave this here. So there is a tiny few corners that needs doing. Let's grab some TMR and feed our cattle that are... that could be the productivity fall because it's... we shall see it by the morning if it was that, shan't we? Quite as close as you think. No, none in. Let's go grab some TMR and put these, get these cows back to productivity, shall we? Ooh, see that. Yeah, we will do this, but we'll leave it. I'll go through till tomorrow next time. Yeah, it's no, I really want to see if like, yeah, this actually ripens, and then I can be put out of my misery, really, knowing that it's a yes or a no. It's just that leap of faith moment where you like leap, and you like think, well, yeah, but is it going to work out? So I think, and then that's what I'd really like just to know. Ooh, what's that? I think we're right. Can't quite get their angle. Oh, it's just in. Oh, it would be going through the plastic. My bad. Yeah, it would. Yes, that is a little bit bad. Yeah, so we have only got one trailer, but technically we've sort of got two because we're using this as a bit of a trailer, which of course you can do. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so we're looking out for a... yeah, I was hoping that bit of kit was going to, like, the 26 grand one was going to be... but that's got to be honest, it's only 50,000 for the Anderson anyway. It is a real... I've always considered that very good value for what it is. 24 bales. We've got the round baler, so it does seem to me sensible that we probably... obviously not now. Yeah, and we have got all of the winter to sort of go through as well, so you never know what's going to drop. And if it doesn't, well, we'll grab one. But patience is really what I'm trying to say is the real... it's what... ooh. Let's get them fed. See if that 26 tons is enough. I can't remember. It's got to go into the... yeah, obviously the reproduction, if it is that, which I think it will be. It says milk or TMR. Oh, it surely should be going... oh, we need a little bit more. Let's see if taking that to the very top actually does the job. And let's be honest, we're getting this ready for tomorrow morning anyway. So we've still got a load of TMR, which is fantastic. Thanks to the choices of the map maker, really. That's what I'm saying. It was the straw and everything was... let's try and get this a bit better this time. Be careful because I keep clipping the corner on there, so you're pulling around at a strange angle. Yes, I'm hoping that ripens. It might not be ready, but if it's... oh, that's true. We really need to see what stage it's at, really, to see if we're going to get away with this. That's what I'm hoping, that my leap of faith is sort of rewarded. We know we're not going to get the full amount, but even if you got 10 tons off all the fields, it's still a considerable amount. We needed a harvester anyway, yeah, so I look at it, because my voice in my head is like going, yeah, but it would have only cost you blah blah blah, but I'm like thinking, yeah, but it would have been additional leasing costs for nothing. We needed a harvester anyway, so you're not getting clobbered by your additional leasing costs, and we own a harvester, and a good one at that. So it's a beaut. I do love it. By Sid Noddy. It's SIID. That's just a bit of So, really, yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think this is going to. I think it'll still be on orange, but we shall see by the morning whether that's the problem. Still an orange, so we shall see. So water plenty, milk 4.8. It's not going to hurt if we leave that till tomorrow, not for today. And we're going to, yeah, in fact, let's go sleep on the edge of this field. This is really what is intriguing me as to whether or not this is going to actually turn. So we're going to watch the crop grow or not, as the case may be. 8 o'clock indeed, yes. We've checked all the animals. I may rest easy if this works out, as I hope it will. Of course, it has got one more month to finish if I'm wrong. What stage has that gone to? It says rice. So it doesn't say growing stage of whatever stage. Oh, I meant to return you, didn't I? No. Want to return. Yes. Oh, wow. It earns a bit of cash. Wow. Fantastic. That's saying it's right. Does that mean it... Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. Is my faith rewarded with a positive? No, it's still growing. It's very green, though. Yeah, very green. So it says rice. It doesn't say it's still growing. It's... Oh, hang on. It did then. It said 7 of 9. Forage. So it's still... I've got a good feeling about this. I think this might just be about ready. Let's have a look. Let's do a bird's eye view of like what we've got. I should say about half, third to half of all the crop. That wouldn't be a bad little earner, really. Right, I'm going to leave it here because I'm hopeful. I am hopeful that that is actually going to do the job. Really, that is quite amazing. It is. Whether there's weeds or not, it's all additional crop. That's the only way I'm looking at it. But that is the end of this monster session. I think I've showed everything. The corn. Yeah, have that. So we've got the TMR. Let's have a look at that now. That's definitely dark green. We could rip the cornfield. Could get that ready for next session, and then I will do the cleanup. It wouldn't really matter if I didn't. I will, because it goes against the grain as a farmer, a virtual farmer. But it wouldn't matter if you didn't, because they're all corner swishers and things like that. So it's not the end of the world. The stone's a little, but yeah, I just want to get this ready because we did do this course. We will, of course, clean it up before I do it, I think, although there's not a lot, so yeah, there is a little tiny bit, so I'm really not... Let's just get this ready for tomorrow's session, or next session. I won't say tomorrow, because I'm not... 12.2, no, 10.5, clear load, activate, it's ready to rock and roll, and would you believe I'm actually at the start point? That's a fluke, it is, that was not by design. Yeah, I just literally stopped here, so that is where I'm going to leave it, yeah. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this exciting journey on this very remarkable map. And very unique as well. I'm very, very pleased that with this being a rice map that I've actually sort of come on here now for us to have a look. We'll see, it's sort of, it's obviously going to be similar, if not the same as FS25, but it's going to be very simple, so good things to fail. Yeah, I might do that off camera. You can see how close I am, so yeah, so all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.